Hello Boro fans, it's Joe from Boro Fan TV and this is the preview for the upcoming game on Saturday the 30th of November with a 3 PM kick-off as the Boro take on Leeds United in the Scarbet Championship at Elland Road. Now this is the big one, folks, really is the big one. Our first time playing the Yorkshire tea leaves this season and exciting times, worrying times, whichever one you want to pick. It's definitely one of them, but the good thing out of the exciting times that was finally, after 11 odd games, we finally got a win since God knows how long. It was September, October, 1 under 2. The 1-0 win over Barnsley was much needed, even though some people are saying it wasn't a convincing performance by any means, but the 3 points were the only thing that mattered in the end. You know, Ashley Fletcher's second half goal was the main difference, but to be honest, it was like playing in a swimming pool on Wednesday night. Let me tell you, it was like trying to play football somewhere like the Neptune in Berwick Hills or something, or the Eston Baths or something like that. I mean, there was an amount of times the water was splashed everywhere. Most of the players couldn't keep on their feet most of the times, but like I say, apart from that, we needed that win against Barnsley, and it lifts us off the relegation places for now. But the only bad side from our point of view is we've got too many injuries. They're stacking up like God knows what. You know, obviously you still got Rudy Gestead still out injured. George Friend's out injured, and then Marcus Brown's out injured. Ryan Shotton's out injured. Darren Randolph is not expected to be back for at least 2.5 weeks, and as we know from the Barnsley game, Anthony Dykesdale needs an operation on his knee, so he's going to be out for a while. And so we're down to the bare minimum. And we only just found out today, even though we found out at the Barnsley game that Paddy McNair went off injured. He's going to be doubtful for the trip to Elland Road. And news that I just found out recently that Britta Sombalonga is 50-50 now. 50-50 where he's going to play on Saturday, which is a worrying thing. Because, like I said, we're down to the bare minimum. Most of our team we got left on our bench now is all the youth team players that we got in our academy. Even though we do have Marvin Johnson coming back from suspension for the game on Saturday, and the only senior players that we got on the bench that I work from the academy is Adam Clayton and Mark Bowler, who came on Wednesday night. I wouldn't be surprised if they start on Saturday, to be honest. Either they're coming in for the likes of McNair and Dagsteel. Now we're going to our opposition, Leeds United. They're currently second in the table at the moment, 2 points behind the leaders West Brom. The current record at the moment is played 18, they won 11, drawn 4 and lost 3. Last game out for them, they won 1-0 late on away at Reading. And manager Marcelo Bielsa has done well for them since he came into the club last season, you know, guiding them to the playoffs, which they eventually got pipped off by Derby. But he's maintained, he never had to go to the transfer market pretty much this season, to be honest, because the quality of players they've got in the squad. Obviously, we know about Patrick Bamford. Since he went to these, he's come on form for them over the last 6 months or so. Adam Forshaw still in their ranks as well, another ex-former Boro player. And you also got the old guard with likes of Pablo Hernandez. He's going to be dangerous when it comes to set pieces. And also another player who had a spell at Boro before, Jack Harrison. He didn't feature much for us, but since he came to Leeds through 2 successive loan spells from Man City, he's come on good for them. And also Mateusz Klich and Jani Alioski, they're going to be a threat as well going forward, as well as Stuart Dallas as well. So you can think of the players in their ranks for Leeds. It's kind of scary, you know, to be honest. But when we played them last season, both games ended in all draws. Obviously, the beginning of last season, we drew 0-0 with them at Elland Road, and then we were winning at the Riverside at one point, but we ended up taking a 1-1 draw out of it because they scored late on. And obviously, one of their players, Jack Clark, who's still there from having a loan spell with Tottenham Hotspur, I think he had a health scare on the bench, and I think it was about a couple of minutes after that. It was about 8 minutes or so stoppage time. They got the equaliser. So, which I called a lucky twist of fate at the time, but I didn't realise it was a health scare. So, good to see it's all sorted now. But our record against Leeds down the years, it's a mixed bag. Even though there's a couple of games I can remember. Obviously, the season where we got promoted, where we beat them 3-0, and obviously they had a goal disallowed with Marco Antonucci's goal chalked off for offside, which a very late call, to be honest with you. And then there was a game a couple of years ago, we played them at Elland Road about 10 odd years ago when we beat them 3-0. I can remember Bolo's ending, Janino and a Michael Ricketts penalty getting the goals on that day. So, regardless or not, you know, considering if we get beat or not, we're back in the relegation places depending on how other teams do, the likes of Wigan and Luton. But just hope to God, just please beat that toilet bowl of a team from West Yorkshire, please, Boro, for crying out loud. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. As always, Boro fans, our social media links are in the description. And until then, Boro fans, I will see you for the next preview, which will be the Charlton game at the Riverside on December the 7th. Until then, take care, Boro fans. Up the Boro.